Now, for me, whenever I think of a sign company, one of the first things I always think about is a router. I got to cut my letters off, and I'm sure as hell ain't doing it with a jigsaw. And so I got my router, it's cutting my letters, and I got to have a guy that run it. That's like ground zero. I got to have a salesperson, I got to have an accountant, I got a person run the router to make the letters. Like that's just my one, two, three right off the bat. So since most people already have a router tech, and that's what's going on here, talk to me the difference in your business and what you guys are doing or looking at.
Yeah. So I guess we're not replacing anybody is really where our philosophy kind of comes in, right? And that's something that I learned through the years of installing equipment, right? Is everybody comes in, you go and install a new channel letter bender, and the old guy who used to bend them by hand, he's terrified he's going to lose his job. That never seems to happen, at least in my experience, right? All of a sudden they're 10 times more valuable because they've got some equipment to help automate that process and just help them work more efficiently. So that expertise and that knowledge is still there and useful. So what we're really doing is just cutting down on the boring, repetitive, error-prone stuff. So maybe the sales guy sells a job. You've got 18-inch channel letters, and the router guy has to offset it this much and then this much, and do all these little things, set it up, figure out how much material it's going to take, that sort of thing, and then he goes and runs the router. But he's doing the same numbers every single time, but he's still got to click it and offset it. Well, now the sales guy can sell that job, put in the data, show it to the customer, show him a nice 3D preview of it, click send, and the router guy gets his files with all that work already done for him. So now he can just load up the router, click run. He can focus on the feeds and speeds, the maintenance, the assembly, the fabrication side of things, rather than just having to sit there on the computer and enter in the same offsets and fillets and that sort of thing that he does every single time.
Gotcha. So what I'm hearing is you're got basically. I'm gonna use the word AI here. Everybody loves that. Fucking catnip for us adults. And you got a little bit of AI where the system kind of see the point, see that, dump it in there, and it'll chew through and give you, the router code that you need. I know I'm dating myself when I say G code, but the old router code.
Right. Yeah. So instead of having to do that, manually or having to set up files every single time, you can just have that as all part of the process upstream and tie those things together more easily, right? Like there is a huge value add in setting up your files from the design, right? So let's focus on what we do need people to do, which is the fabrication and the other more skilled things in the shop. That a lot of people prefer doing anyways, right? Like sitting there at the computer and just typing in the same offsets every time and going through and cleaning up nodes on an art file isn't exactly the most fulfilling thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I literally watch my router program from time to time, literally kind of zone out. And I feel for him. I'm like, dude, I get it. It's difficult. Totally understand. But we need this file like now. Like that router's sitting there idle. Help. So, of course, right at the beginning, everybody's going to listen to this and go, that's awesome, man. That's great. But I got a guy. Life's good, man. Cool feature, but I don't need you. And what I'm hearing is you might want to consider this now when you're not so psycho slammed busy. Because once you get to that level of busy, you can't even think straight. And now you don't have that trigger to pull. It's not even there. It doesn't even exist. So as I'm hearing this, I'm going, I might want to engage Adam now when I'm not really busy so I can see how his team handles it, how fast I get my files back so it's cutting on that router. Talk to me more about that. I'd love to hear your side of the podium when bringing on new clients.
Yeah, 100%. Like my busy season is everybody else's down season. When my clients get super busy, my phone stops ringing a little bit because they're so slammed in work. And I can tell you right now, like change is the hardest thing in the world. It just is, right? And if I'm bringing change to your company, let's try to do it when things are a little bit slower, when things are not quite as crazy and the deadlines aren't quite as tight, right? So if you slow down a little bit in the winter, that's a great time, to reach out and get the ball rolling on these things, right? Because like you said, like you don't want to do it in the most chaotic time. We can certainly do it, It's been done before, but like you're saying, yeah, don't change a horse midstream or whatever the expression is.